Hello everyone. In this session I am going to take up for discussion confidence motion, which is an important parliamentary practice within the parliamentary functioning of India. And the most interesting thing about confidence motion that it is neither mentioned in law nor mentioned in rules anywhere as far as rules of conduct of business or procedures in the parliament is concerned. Okay. So, what is the most interesting thing about confidence motion? It is not found. It is not found or is mentioned. It is not found or mentioned in rules and procedures of parliament. Rules and procedure of parliament. So, it is not found. Nowhere it is mentioned in the rule book or procedure book of the parliament. But what is interesting that it has cropped up in the parliamentary functioning of India on the basis of tradition, and it has gained popularity. Today you will find that whenever new council of ministers is voted to power, when the parliament will start functioning, the first exercise after the members of the Lok Sabha are administered oath is normally the confidence motion. Okay. And this is popular even in the state legislature. Whenever a new council of minister headed by chief minister in the state is administered oath, then when a state legislative assembly will start functioning, in the beginning you will find that the council of minister headed by chief minister will present the confidence motion. So, what you need to remember that it is nowhere mentioned or it is not found in the rules and procedures of parliament, and it has cropped up, it has emerged within the parliamentary functioning based on tradition, and this confidence motion can be brought in Lok Sabha, right. It is brought by council of ministers itself to seek the confidence of the house, to seek the confidence of the house, or to prove majority in the house, whatever way you may say, or to prove its majority in the house. So, what I would like you all to remember and understand that it is the suo motu initiative of the council of minister to prove its majority in Lok Sabha. Suo motu. Suo motu. What is the meaning of this word suo motu? Self-initiative. Self-initiative. On its own, the council of ministers is saying in the Lok Sabha that, see, we are going to present confidence motion, and by confidence motion we will seek the confidence of the house, or we will prove that we have the majority in the house. So, it is a suo motu initiative of council of ministers headed by prime minister to prove its majority on the floor of the Lok Sabha. This is what is confidence motion. Now, since it is not mentioned anywhere in the rules of procedure of parliament, therefore, the motion is accepted by Speaker of Lok Sabha under Rule 184. And what is so important about Rule 184? That any subject which will be accepted for debate or discussion in the House under Rule 184, there will be discussion there will be discussion, and towards the end of the discussion, there is a provision of voting. There is a provision of voting under Rule 184. Because majority of Council of Minister is to be proved in the House, which is only possible if the motion will be put to vote. And this is the reason why the demand for confidence motion is accepted by the Speaker under Rule 184, and this rule permits discussion followed by voting. But it's a self-initiative of the Council of Ministers to prove its majority in the Lok Sabha. Once it is accepted, right, once it is accepted by the Speaker, no confidence motion is almost like confidence motion is almost like no confidence motion. No confidence motion, except that it is brought by COM to prove its majority. In Lok Sabha. This is the only difference, that no confidence motion is brought by members against Council of Ministers, but this is brought by Council of Ministers to prove its majority in the Lok Sabha. Otherwise, in all respect, no confidence motion and confidence motion are similar. Now, once it is accepted, there will be a discussion in the House. Now, what is the difference in the nature of the discussion? See, the debate in no confidence motion will be initiated by the leader of opposition, who will frame charges against the Council of Ministers. But in confidence motion, the debate is initiated by the Prime Minister or the leader of the House in Lok Sabha, who will tell the House that under which circumstances the government thought appropriate to prove its majority in the House once again. And towards the end of the discussion, the Prime Minister will again make a reply. And once the discussion is over, then it is put to vote. And if government or Council of Ministers fail to make pass confidence motion, it amounts to no confidence motion against government, and therefore, right, therefore, the Council of Ministers is obliged to resign with immediate effect if it has failed to make pass confidence motion from Lok Sabha. So, I would just like you all to remember this, right? If government fails to make the confidence motion pass from Lok Sabha, it amounts to no confidence passed against government. It amounts to no confidence motion passed against government, and therefore, right, therefore, COM has to resign. COM has to resign. This is the, this is the meaning of confidence motion. I would just like you all to remember that first time in India, this concept evolved in 1979, right? So, if we look into the history of parliamentary functioning, it was Feb 1979 when Charan Singh government for the first time presented confidence motion in Lok Sabha, and thereafter many governments thrown out of power when they attempted confidence motion, but they failed to make confidence motion pass from the Lok Sabha. We have example of Charan Singh, we have example of BP Singh, we have example of HD Devegowda and others, but this is now very popular in parliamentary functioning of India at union level as well as at state level, where you will find that Council of Ministers on its own will make a move in Lok Sabha to prove its majority or to seek the confidence of the House through confidence motion. So this is all about confidence motion.